scrubs, and a hairpiece.
We're going to Hypochondriac Corner.
Jeff Lyons. He did tell us a bit of a harrowing story about a vacation.
We've got a couple banger world records coming your way. Will Smith's Pole to Pole.
Pole to pole.
Pole to Pole.
Yeah. This plan is simple. You may want to write it down.
Okay.
Take $15,000 from your IRA or your 401k.
Okay.
Take those holdings, transfer them to the crypto exchange that I'm going to send you. Then you can purchase and start moving as much product as you want. You can even go across state lines, even internationally if you want, and you get a 10% cut on every single case that you move.
Okay.
That means in under a month, if you hustle, you can make over $50,000 selling Girl Scout cookies.
Can I only do the 15,000?
You want to start with the 15 and then increment up more monthly.
Dude, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Oh, Chip, actually we started. Started recording.
Hey, everybody.
What up, burnt ones? This is the Sunburnt podcast where two certified ding-dongs talk about tropical travel. Woo! To my right, as always, is an unbelievable stand-up comedian. You know him from Netflix and his stand-up special, Move Closer. It's Philadelphia's own Chip Chantry.
And over here to my left is Emmy award-winning producer, writer. He puts the fire in I Got So Scared I Ran Out of the Theater during Avatar Fire and Ash. Mr. Thomas O'Brien.
I don't like blue people.
No.
I don't.
That comes from your Smurfed version.
Smurf is the most terrifying word in the English language.
I'll say it on record right now, Thomas.
Yeah.
Never seen a minute of Avatar. Don't have real any concept of it. I've seen clips. Obviously, I've seen the pictures. I've seen the blue people.
Yep.
It just doesn't seem real. And I know that's crazy to say for a science fiction type fantasy film.
Yeah.
But there's nothing grounded that I really was like, you know what? I need to take this in for 2 hours or so.
Too James Cameron-y, some people might say.
Excuse me, does this chicken taste Cameron-y to you? Did you ever send anything back to in a restaurant because it tastes too Cameron-y?
Too Cameron-y?
Yeah, this tastes like Terminator 2.
I like to send a dish back.
Yeah.
I love to send a dish back.
Love to send a dish back because it shows you who's boss. He's like, this food that you took time, love, and effort to prepare, and you also have 50 other plates to prepare right now.
Yeah.
Take mine back, make it better. And yes, I know you're behind closed doors and you have every opportunity to spit in it, but I want you to do it better and bring it back to me.
That's the part, like people that haven't worked in kitchens or in restaurants are usually the ones that are the worst, you know?
Sure.
I think they're people with some means. They learned how to be ding-dongs when ordering and interacting with servers. Yeah. And like, it's not if there's an honest mistake or something weird happened, fine.
Right.
But like if you ordered and you're being weird and you're sending it back and you're being rude, like there is no guarantee there's not going to be a big old lug mixed in your gazpacho.
Exactly. You know? And that's 50% of what gazpacho is anyway. And then just to add to it, no, I don't need that. I don't need that at all.
I will say Avatar 2.
Yeah.
It is, I think it's called The Way of Water. It's set in a tropical island environment.
Okay.
There is some really beautiful, beautiful imagery. That is two gentlemen that host a tropical travel podcast.
So you're saying that Avatar 2 is a visual feast?
It's a visual feast for the eyes. It does taste a little Cameron-y.
Okay. That's all right. But, hey, it's a feast nonetheless. That was, I don't know if I ever told you this, but when I worked at a video store, me and my buddy Adrian.
Yo, Adrian.
We would make notes, not just us, but like in the computer system for our small chain of video stores. I said our small chain, like I was a part owner. I was a clerk. But there was like a screen that had notes about the customer. So when the customer would give you their phone number and get into their account and show you their history of their rentals. And then there was a notes page. So it's like, hey, they disputed this late charge on July 25th, or they did this or whatever. And it was just to make sure, because like people would always bring videos back late and then claim that they weren't late. And then it's like, hey, you've claimed this 5 times. You're screwing up here, right?
Yeah.
And some people had like a secret code that they would use. They would have to tell you a secret word, or you couldn't. It was the secrecy of the 1990s, Thomas. Password.
Yeah.
And there was this one guy who was just just this pretentious dork. And he was also kind of a jerk too.
Nice combo.
Yeah. I believe he was a doctor. He would come in with his scrubs. He always wore two things. Scrubs and a hairpiece.
Oh, nice, dude. A toupee?
That combo right there. Scrubs and hairpiece.
Did you ever ask him how he would like toupee?
How would you like toupee, sir? Boy, they're really going to scalp you for this one. But
ooh, too late.
But he was kind of a jerk, but then he would also just say pretentious things and be like, I forget what movie it was, but let's just say Terminator 2, be like, the plot wasn't really there, but man, the thing's a visual feast. He would like say stuff like that. So we would write stuff, be like, this dork has a toupee, and he says dumb like visual feast. And we would just make notes about him because every time he would just do something dumb or say. And literally at one point I was working with a girl and she she came in, she was waiting on him. She opened up his page and she started like, it took her off guard and she was looking at the notes and she started giggling and he got wind of it. Like he figured it out. He's like, why does everybody laugh when they open up my computer screen? I want to know what that says. What's that say? We're like, it doesn't say anything, sir. And it's like, exit. But I'm sure that man, if he's still alive, would probably love Avatar, Fire, and Ash.
Oh man, that guy's eating with his eyes.
Visual feast.
Also, like, have you told this story to many people before?
I don't believe so.
Because hands to heaven, dude. That's the exact plot of The Americans.
Is it?
Yeah.
I will. I'll have to check that out. Just that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of The Americans, the missus and I just finished watching and spitting in people's food. The Bear. Yeah. We just finished this season of The Bear.
Nice. How's Carmi and the gang doing?
They're doing good. Well, they're doing good. That they have conflicts and then they resolve them. Thomas,
Oh, they create a little tension and then they release it.
Yeah, I had heard, and I could be wrong. I had heard a number of reviews about this fourth season that were fairly negative. People weren't enjoying it.
Yeah,
I really liked it. I enjoyed it. The last episode or two was a little overwrought. I think it had to be done, but a little overwrought and went some places that I would have liked to seen some other things happen. But it'll be interesting to see what next season brings.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, we couldn't get through that third season.
That third season is a bear.
It's a bear in the woods, and you know what they do.
They wear hats.
They wear hats because it's cold.
By the way, I have to say something right there. Speaking of wearing hats, I am wearing a hat, but I'm also wearing. I do feel a little disingenuous. I feel like I'm robbing the viewer of something, and I apologize. I want to state that I am 100% wearing my Aloha shirt here, but it is underneath a sweater vest. I'm doing the Mr. Rogers thing of coming in with a sweater, changing sweaters, putting a sweater on. I had to put a sweatshirt on. It is 13 degrees in Philadelphia right now. We are under a foot of snow and ice. Yeah. And for the next at least fortnight, Thomas, that's 2 weeks. I think one day we are going above freezing.
That's unacceptable, Joe.
And there's just piles and piles of ice and snow everywhere. I will not be moving my car for probably at least a week. And even though I dug it, I already dug it out.
Just having to dig out a car just to drive. Like, I am not used to it anymore.
No.
I live in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
It is chilly for me now. It's chillier than I care for it to be. But the thought of having to dig out your GD car just to go somewhere.
You went to the beach last week, Thomas. You went to the beach.
Yeah, I did. It was great. It was 80 degrees.
Yeah, I dug out my car. Like, I could drive it out right now because I am responsible and I got the snow away from it. And it was heart-wrenching, but I did dig out my car. But even if I drove it out, I would not be, like, that spot would be gone by the time I got back, and there are no other spots because there's just mountains of snow everywhere. And it's probably going to be like this for the next at least 2 weeks, I'm going to say. Yeah.
We got to just buckle it down. There's been a lot of chaos in the Gulf of Mexico, America.
Yes.
There's been a lot of turmoil in some of the Caribbean. We just got to pick.
We got to pick a place and we got to go.
Stop.
I got it.
On the In Paradise tour, because like when it's cold, this is when we need it. This is when we need to be planning.
Yes.
This is when we need to be researching. This is when we need to be just living in that mental space we're going to be occupying. Because, dude,
I need a map. I need a thumbtack, and I need to put that thumbtack somewhere in a map.
Tic tac, map tack.
Give the dog a bone. Even though it's a little chilly on your side and it is frigid over here, do you know what we should do before we officially start this thing?
Yeah. We got to get an old-fashioned slather going.
Get an old-fashioned slather going on here because, hey, snow is reflective, and you can get a sunburn if you are not careful.
You can also get a freezer burn on your old synapses.
Ding dong is what you're saying.
On your brain.
Freezer burn on your ding dong.
And this dude. Okay. All right. I needed that.
By the way, it was just over 2 months ago exactly that we were in Hawaii, which is beautiful and horrific at the same time to think about literally the night and day of what's happening and what I'm feeling in the world right now. Like, I have to go out for some milk in just a little bit, and it's going to be 9 layers, and I'm going to be freezing and falling all over the place, trudging to the grocery. Not to the ABC store, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, it's a different chain of stores, and you're still promised us a tell-all expose on the ABC store.
You know what? Okay, sometime soon I am going to dig in and let's do a little deep dive on the ABC store. I need to do that because I want to know.
Yeah.
The Piggly Wiggly of the Hawaiian Islands. I want to know the history.
Oh, dude. Can you imagine? We're so chilly right now. If we got on a plane tomorrow, we could be floating by noon.
That's the thing I think two things that I go back to the most about Hawaii is just being on the beach and seeing Diamondhead, like just that visual right there. Dude. And then just floating on our little floats in the ocean, just not a care in the world.
I could tell my dad was missing it. He called the other day and asked if I had any photos of him floating.
Oh, no.
I was just like,
do you?
No. I mean, like, it's not, we don't bring our cameras down.
Okay, no, I think I do have a photo of him floating. It would remind me after we finish recording.
Yeah.
I'm going to go into my phone. It's not going to be a good photo, but it's going to be a photo from 8 stories and 1 hotel away. But I believe I might have a photo of you guys floating, him included.
This is a photo of my father shaving. Yeah. What were you guys doing?
What is he wearing in this one? It
looks like a Speedo that's got a cartoon turkey on it.
And why is he holding a martini glass and one of those cigarettes in the long plastic tip? That's what's happening here.
What was going on with the long plastic tip, Chip? I don't know anything about smoking anything. But why were they getting that length on the tip?
It was ritzy. It was cool.
It was fashion above function.
Fashion above function. I would assume maybe does it keep it away from your like fancy dress or something like that?
Oh, maybe.
I'm gonna look into that. I want to know what that long plastic tip, because like the only time I ever really interacted with it was like in a Pink Panther cartoon when I was a child.
Exactly.
You know, did Madam have what? Do you remember Madam the puppet? Horrifying puppet from like the 70s and 80s. It was Madam, and that was the guy's name. I forget it. And Madam he was like a ventriloquist back in like the 70s, early 80s. Sort of what do you call it? Those variety show days, or like she'd be like on the Gong Show as like a guest, a judge or whatever. But she was like this like horrifying looking lady, like kind of old lady, kind of B. Arthur sort of thing with this big long chin and. She used to frighten me because when I was very little, like I couldn't tell if she was a real lady or not, because you're 3 years old and you're like, she's on an adult show and talking like an adult. Why am I very frightened by her?
No, I don't know Madam at all.
Look her up. She will horrify you. Just look up Madam Puppet. But I think the plastic tip cigar, I think things ebb and flow, our styles change, our needs change. So we had that for a while. It went away. Then you have like the little tiny plastic tip cigars, those little ones. My grandfather used to smoke those little ones, right?
Yeah, the little ones make sense. It's like keeping your lip off the thing. The long ones, that's got to be. What it reminds me of is a scuba for smoking.
Like a cig snorkel.
Yeah, a cig snork.
Like a Marlboro scuba tank. Yeah. I think that's what it is. But things change, like sizes change. Like remember when like there were like fake cigarettes that you could smoke, like people try generally like trying to cut down on smoking.
I remember the kids. We had candy cigarettes.
We had candy cigarettes. They're like, here's a great one. Or say, what we did, we knew that was bad for you. We knew that candy cigarettes were bad for you. So what we would do as kids, we would chop them up into fine powder and then snort them.
Yeah, we just had a candy vape.
Just a little candy vape. Just well, here's the thing. That's what I was saying. We started a couple years ago with those fake cigarettes. They looked like cigarettes, but they had like that blue tip on them, and you'd suck on them, and there was like it was like, oh, there's vapor in there. You're like, oh, vaporized cigarettes.
Yeah.
And then it became the vape pen.
Yep.
And then it's like, now people have like, it's like the vape cartridge where they like walk around with like, it looks like a pack of cigarettes with a nipple on it. And that's where they suck on.
Yeah.
I literally saw the other day driving a car, a woman, it looked like she was sucking on a curling iron. A big purple curling iron. She was just had this thing that was like it was machinery, Thomas, that she was vaping away on while driving.
What about this? What about a business where you try and help macho guys stop smoking, and it's just in the shape of a male
ding dong
reproductive organ?
Yeah.
So if they want to get a hit, they gotta hold the whole thing up to their mouth and take a big pull.
And it also includes like it's your phone is activated and it takes a selfie as you're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen that there's a new Will Smith series on like one of the streaming services?
I thought you were going to say a new Will Smith cereal, and I was like, no, I got to check that out though. I'm sure it's delicious.
It's
called Slappos.
Fresh Slappos of Hudson Valley.
So wait, he's got a new series.
He's got a new like Discovery series or something. It's like a nature series of some kind, and the name of it is Will Smith's Pole to Pole.
Pole to Pole.
Pole to Pole.
Yeah.
It sounds like such an innuendo.
Yeah.
He's already had like a weird couple of years,
yeah.
and then he comes out blazing with Pole to Pole.
Yeah. Bienvenidos a awkward is what I have to say.
Party in the city that'll steal your soul. I'm gonna meet you pole to pole.
Wait. So okay. So is he exploring?
I don't know. I think it's just like a different way of saying the whole world.
Yeah, I get that.
But just pole to pole. It's
I would have gone with getting jiggy with geography.
That's branded.
Yeah.
It invokes a more positive time in his career.
Yep. Yeah.
But no, he's out there going pole to pole on television, Chip.
God bless him. Philadelphia's own Will Smith.
Oh yeah, West Philadelphia.
Born and raised,
to be more specific. That's only one direction away from where you live.
He grew up adjacent, right around the block. Speaking of adjacent, should we jump in? I mean, we've been going. We've been hitting all cylinders on this chilly morning. Do we want to officially jump into this podcastico?
We've been vaporizing.
Yeah, we have.
This podcast so far. Yeah, today we're getting into a Trouble in Paradise, Chip. We got another nice call, and you can tell us your Trouble in Paradise story. Call the number 310-845-6038. We just want to hear your wildest or worst vacation stories.
Or maybe even just an embarrassing story that you have that you want to share. You can do it anonymously if you want. That asks us, do you deserve a vacation for going through this embarrassing situation in your work life or home life or wherever it may have taken place?
Yeah, we're interested in you.
Yep.
That's what we're trying. We're trying to be great partners in this relationship because you have to listen to us all the time.
Yeah. We want to hear you
But we're
talk.
here to listen to you. We want to have some fun. We want to turn that frown that you had in the moment upside down. And so the number again, 310-845-6038. It's a voicemail box. Whatever you put on there, you're giving us the right to do whatever we want to with it on the podcast. That'd be great. So we got that. We're getting into the good book, Chip.
Yeah, we are.
We've got a couple banger world records coming your way, and we're just gonna have some fun pretending we're in the sun because it is the dead of winter and we are just in our mind taking little mental vacations. Come along with us, feel the sun, feel the sand. This is the Sunburnt podcast where we talk about comedy and tropical travel. If you think those two things should go together, Stay tuned. Front desk.
Hi, this is Mr. Chantry in room 308. I'll be having some guests over soon. If you could just direct them up to my room.
We saw the flyers you posted. Do you have a petting zoo up in your room?
No, I brought all these animals up here not to get pet.
Could you please just put down some tarps?
Absolutely.
Chip!
Thomas.
We need to reheat our trip to Hawaii. Just tell me something that's drifted into your mind in the last week from the trip.
It's those little moments. Okay, here's what I would suggest to people is when you're taking photos. I mean, you can take copious photos on your phone because, hey, there's no film anymore.
Nope.
It's a thing of the past. Take pictures. Like, don't just take pictures of, like, all the sightseeing spots and, like, hey, let's position everybody on the beach and portrait, selfie, whatever. That's great. That's wonderful. Take all those. But it's just like those little moments. Like, just one morning, Kim and I went down to Duke's for breakfast. And they had a little breakfast buff. And it was great. And we were just, like, sitting there. Like, she got up first and walked to get her food, and then I went and got mine. But as she was there, I was just like sitting there looking over the beach with all the palm trees and I just took a photo or two, like just from our table, like out to the beach. And it's just like just that little moment. It's like, oh, that'll warm me up in 2 months when I'm literally under a foot of snow and ice, which I am right now, and I can just pull that out and look at it. It's not the big moments. The big moments are great. Big moments are wonderful, but it's those little tiny moments. Or like that moment that we were talking about before when we were at the botanical garden. Like, sure, taking it all in, but just like hanging out, just being in the parking lot is being in the parking lot of the botanical garden is cooler than sitting under a foot of snow and ice right now.
Yeah, it's true. The little things, the little things matter, and it's what makes it so special. It's the compounded amount of just positive feelings and being there, it being warm, it being beautiful, it sounding fantastic, smelling fantastic, the wildlife, being curious, being excited.
Yeah, the little things.
No, I mean that's why I love doing this podcast. It's like it's just a little hit weekly where we come in and we kind of talk about these things. But now that we've experienced them together to a certain degree, it's also like it's just so nice. Like it's great to have the next trip to look forward to. But at this point, you know, sometimes on the Apple TV or whatever, there'll be a nice just hit of pictures rotating. It's just on a screensaver type situation. And sometimes it catches the corner of my eye. I'm like, I can't believe that that's my life.
Yeah.
When you take all the high points and just put them back to back to back, it starts to feel pretty nice. And sometimes, especially when it's cold, especially when the world's a little scary, we forget that, man.
You know, we don't take enough photos of the bad times, though.
That's true.
Just walk with me for a moment.
All right.
Not a lot of funeral pictures happening.
No.
There's not a whole lot of photos of you taking a selfie while you're crying with your boss who just fired you next to you. Like, hey, okay, so so just a month severance, that's it? After all these years, and you're kicking me out into the streets in this economy, and then you start crying, and then you're like, hey, can we just get a quick pic? And he's like, oh, sure. And then you take a quick pic, and you're crying, and he's numb, right? He doesn't care.
There's a lot of glow-up photos.
Okay.
Not a lot of gout and flamed up photos.
Yes, is what I'm trying to. Again, we have the gigs on our phone.
Yeah.
Might as well use like. What if you did have that? Yeah. It's okay. Here's the thing. It's kind of like waking up from a nightmare. Some people hate nightmares, and I understand that some people have night terrors. They're haunted by things, and that's horrible, and I feel bad. But just a general, your average run-of-the-mill nightmare. I love a nightmare because you wake up from it, and you're not living that anymore. But like, imagine if you had just a carousel of those photos on Apple TV or what have you, Thomas, and you look and you're like, oh, there's the time that Melissa dumped me. And again, I'm crying in a Wendy's parking lot while she is coming out of the restaurant with her new boyfriend. You're like, that's not me anymore. I've moved on from that. Boy, I feel so much better than that moment.
But, I mean, I think we've been warned about this culturally for a long time. We know the recipe for the facts of life.
Yes, we do.
And you've got to take the good and the bad.
You take
the good
both.
Pictures, take the bad pictures.
Yep.
And there you have
the facts of life.
The facts of life. All right, Chip, we need to take a quick detour This is going to be another quick trip. We're going to Hypochondriac Corner to talk about an experience I had.
I hate this. I hate this already. Please proceed, Thomas.
Chip and I both.
I hate this. Go ahead.
Both famous hypochondriacs. Yeah. And I know you'll understand this. I know you'll get it. I woke up unexpectedly, completely unexplained, with a pain in like the toe next to my big toe.
Sure.
And there was no explanation for why.
No stubbing, no nothing.
I want you to give me 2 or 3 things you think that ran through my mind that I thought might have been the cause of this as a hypochondriac yourself.
Okay. Obvious blood clot.
Yeah.
From
of course.
Blood clot that will cause death. Mm-hmm. Okay. Gangrene. The toe's gonna have to
I didn't go gangrene, but there was a point in time where I did think, you know what? Maybe this is a fungus that has come in through the nail and is rotting my body from the inside out.
Right. Yeah. Right. There's that, and then obviously there is. I mean, I can almost guarantee that if I took control of your computer, there would be a WebMD search for toe cancer.
I thought about that. The other one that popped into my mind, and this is just like wild because I don't know anything about it, but I've heard that people can lose their feet from diabetes.
Oh, that's a big one. Yes. Okay. Because you're like, oh, that's it. I have the sugars. It's over.
Yeah, I got the sugars.
Yeah.
So I did think about that too, and you'll be happy to know that this all went down on a Friday.
Okay.
Famously, the Pickle Boys play on Saturday. And I was thinking, like, you know, if I do have to get this foot amputated, that's going to really put a damper on the Saturday's festivities. But I woke up Saturday, no pain at all. No clue what happened. No clue what was going on. But I really did. Like, it was not even a big toe.
Yeah.
It was just one of the other gangs in the bunch. Yeah. And it was sore. And my immediate train of thought was to be like, how's this going to kill me?
Yeah.
How is this what takes me down? So that's been Hypochondriac Corner.
There it is.
Thanks for joining us.
We're all going to die someday. I think that's the nice little jingle that we have on there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do.
We're all going to die someday.
We're all going to die someday. God, people love it when we sing.
Love Hypochondriac Corner. It might be my new favorite segment.
It's a segment that I knew you'd understand.
Yeah. Actually, if we can reopen that corner just very briefly, definitely had a little chest pain while I was shoveling snow the other day.
Oh yeah.
That's a fun time because you're like, this is not the way to go, because you hear that is a thing of like, you can have a heart attack from shoveling snow because it's that muscle of like whatever. Not the youngest guy anymore, and I was like, I don't want to go this way. That would just I was more embarrassed than scared. Like, I was more scared of the embarrassment of like, oh, that's gonna be in the obit. Not that that's an embarrassing way to go, but it's like I was shoveling snow and the old ticker went, and it turned out it was, I think, heartburn and just a little strain.
Yeah. Any soreness to the arms or chest is an automatic red flag for your body to be like, you're having a heart attack.
This is it.
You probably need to go to the ER. Yeah. Let's just go. And it's like, no, what happened was you tried to lift a 100-pound bin of snow clothes into the attic on that old rickety ladder, and we're holding it at a weird angle. That's what happened.
And you pulled a peck a little too far.
Peter pulled a peck of peppers.
Yes. And then had to call his doctor or his pediatrician, or in this case, podiatrist.
If I would have gone a couple more days with that toe, podiatrist would have got some of the sweet anxiety money,
Some of that Thomas copay is what I'm saying.
The copays, Chip, aren't they through the roof?
Speaking of through the roof, these calls have been through the roof with embarrassing vacation stories. Should we take one of these calls?
Let's take today's call. This is Trouble in Paradise segment. You can get on the action too. If you have an embarrassing vacation story, hit us up at 310-845-6038. Please do it. This is just fun. You can be totally anonymous if you just want to throw one out there. and get it off your chest, unburden yourself, talk to a couple of hypochondriacs that can probably relate to whatever you're going through. Just do it. Today we have a year-old buddy, right, Chip?
Jeff Lyons. Yes, from the old Junk Miles podcast. I'm a man of many podcasts, Thomas.
Yeah.
And Jeff and I have been doing the Junk Miles podcast for about a decade now. He sprung that on me. I can't believe it. And it started out as a running podcast where we literally would run while we podcasted. We literally would run with people. It was amazing. We've moved on from that, but he has also gone on to do something. He's gone on to do many amazing things, but he's got a website that everybody should check out called Go Jeff Go. That is JEFF, not the absurd GEOFF. No, thanks.
No, thanks.
Go Jeff Go. Go JEFFGo.com, where he lists. He's a huge music fan like me. He posts music facts, music stories, and just cool, interesting facts about the world. That's all positive. That's all good. It's all good news, and it's a nice escape from some of these times we're having.
That's great. Go, Jeff, go.
But Jeff, I will say not all news is good news with Jeff, because he did tell us a bit of a harrowing story about a vacation that he had a couple years ago.
Are you ready to kick it off, Chip?
Roll those tapes.
All right.
Hello, vacation boys. Jeff Lyons here from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I have a vacation story that's kind of embarrassing, more of like a semi-ugly American embarrassing tale. Not really ugly, but anyway, my extended family and I were in Ireland for a big fun vacation many years ago. And after a day of sightseeing and a long dinner, we went back to the hotel bar, knocking back many pints with my cousins and uncles, just having a grand old time. And it was getting very late, and we were the only ones in the lounge in the bar area. And I went up to the bartender, whose name was Jimmy, and I said, "Jimmy, how long are you guys open for? How much longer?" And he looked at me and he said, "Let me tell you, we're open as late as you are here." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "I'm here as long as you're here." And I'm like, "Wait, you don't close until the last people have finished their beers?" And he's like, "Yep." And I'm like, "You don't even give a last call, or you can't stay here?" He's like, "Nope, that's not what we do here." And I was like, oh my God, this poor guy has been here serving us for at least an hour or two longer than he's used to. Didn't say a word. And I apologized, and he just laughed, and he's like, "Nope, happens all the time." So word to the wise for Americans traveling abroad, especially to lovely hotel bars in Cork, Dublin, Galway, Cavan. Don't overstay your welcome. All right, guys, love the show. Talk to you soon.
There he is, Jeff Lyons. It's such a nice guy. I mean, not even to the extent of he's a 13-year-old boy trying to get his parents to take pictures of nude people on a beach, like some other some other friends of ours.
Yeah, no, this is definitely the gentleman's call.
This is the gentleman's call.
We've been waiting for.
Yeah, but still, it still does chill up my spine, though. I will say that.
Yeah.
I think one of the worst feelings in the world, in general, whether it's at a hotel bar in Ireland or in a restaurant or wherever you are, at a party with friends, even in a relationship, is overstaying your welcome.
Yeah.
That's something I think people don't necessarily talk about as much as being embarrassed or being heartbroken or being, angry or whatever. Overstaying your welcome and realizing that you've overstayed your welcome is a horrific feeling. Did you ever do that where you're like, I've done that where like I'm at a restaurant where it's like you can kind of tell they're closing up, and
oh dude,
your friend like orders another drink and you're like, oh, I think let's get out of here, but like they just take their time. I'm like, they're sweeping the floors and putting the chairs on tables right now. We need to move this along. There's
a very strong pull for me to get out of there when you kind of just feel like everybody's like hoping you'd leave.
Yes.
I want to be gone before then. And then even more horrifying, at somebody's home, a function, a party.
Yeah.
Like that feeling of like did I not get the memo that this is only like their good friends that are supposed to still be here?
Right. Oh, that inner circle of like, oh, I was here for the 2:30 party. This is now the 7 o'clock.
Yeah, it's like, oh, these guys all went to high school together, and I met the host of the party a week ago, and it looks like everybody brought like sleepover bags. Is this like a swinging thing? What did I walk into here?
Hey, fellas, who likes card tricks? And you're like, you just like, you're like, hey, oh, I see that you guys are all know each other, and it's a little bit of a reunion. I just met Jason last week. Are the coats back in the bedroom? Yeah, they're in the guest bedroom. Okay, and then you walk in to the guest bedroom, and then you walk back out, not with your coat, but with a guitar that belongs to the host. And you're like, hey guys, I found this. Who'd like to hear a little song?
Yeah, you know who they call me? Steely Tom. Let's go.
And a 1 and a 2.
The worst, and this is the phrase. This is how you know you've overstayed your welcome. All right, man. So you good?
That's a slap in the face right there.
That's a slap in the face anywhere. That's at work. If your boss says you good, and there's like his boss or an important client or something around, you're just like, I'm gonna go crawl into a hole. That'll be good.
Yeah,
that'll be good for me.
That is that's a rough one. Yeah. I'll even check in with people. Be like, are you still good? Like I'll even do the are you good when I'm at a party.
Yeah.
Like, do you want us to leave? Like I would do that. I will say this: my grandfather, very it's just he was very set in his ways, very regimented, no nonsense, but also to a certain extent non-confrontational, as you will see, rather than trying to politely be like, all right, so the party's wrapping up or whatever. There would be like a family function, like a birthday party or a Christmas party or whatever. He would and this is still a running joke in my family. He would literally get out the vacuum and start vacuuming, like cleaning up from the party. Like people were just sitting there having some drinks, like talking, and he would start cleaning up. Because once you start to see the cleaning up, like that is a sign, right? You're like, okay, they're taking the glasses, they're putting it away. And you can clean up during a party, but you could tell that there's that, hey, we're breaking things down for the night. But he would literally just pull out the vacuum and start vacuuming. And everybody's like, oh, I guess we can't hear each other have a conversation. I guess it's time to go. And that was his nonverbal cue to get the F out of my house now. Party's over.
Oh, that's classic.
Yeah.
I'm just putting it together now. There's this like family friend, an older gentleman. He's just turned 80, I believe. But like through his whole 70s, he's had this big policy. Like if you go over to his house and try and wash a dish, they had a bunch of people over, whether it's Thanksgiving or whatever it is. If you tried to wash a dish, he would literally scream at you.
Oh.
He would get furious.
Yeah.
And I thought, like, maybe a little OCD, maybe a little, weird, getting weird in the kitchen for this guy.
Sure, getting jiggy with dishes.
But don't, like, interrupt his flow. He likes to do things a certain way. Do not touch him. But maybe that's just it. He's like, if they start washing my dishes, they know they should have been gone 20 minutes ago.
Party's over, baby.
Get out of here, baby. Hit the bricks.
Yeah.
Dude, I have had a similar experience in Ireland. Not in the case that like I kept a bartender at a pub too long, but like I do think that they are nicer to tourists than they are to their own.
Okay.
In Ireland, I had this experience. We got dropped off in front of like a Temple Bar, I think, like the big bar in Dublin that people go to, and the like taxi just kind of stopped. It was at a red light, but it was also right in front of the bar. And I thought we just stopped and we were supposed to get out. And I opened the door and a motorcycle slammed right into the open door.
Oh, God. You doored him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we were not supposed to be like, I just thought that's where you get out. It's like I'm in the passenger side. I opened it up. And there was also like, it wasn't a full lane. It was a weird lane.
Oh, it's sort of like a back alley. It's almost like an alley street that the Temple Bar is on, if I'm remembering correctly.
I don't know if it was like right in front of it, but we were like close, and I was like, is this like where we get out? And the guy was like, yeah, we're close. So I opened the door, a motorcycle just boom hits it. Like he didn't like flip over or anything, like he stopped it. It was kind of controlled, but it was like a for real impact.
Yeah.
And I got out. I was with my now wife, then girlfriend, and he just like I was like, oh, dude, we're gonna get in a old fashioned Irish street
Little
fight.
Donnybrook, yeah.
A little Donnybrook, the Irish this guy like just fiery coals for eyeballs.
Yeah.
This dude is so furious, and he looked at me. And he's like, and I was like, dude, I thought I was supposed to get out. Like I didn't know. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. And he looked at me and like literally, arm cocked back a little bit, like he's about to try and like hit me with one. And I'm just like, dude, so sorry. Like almost kind of being like, yeah, I get it. This might as well happen.
Yeah. Lay it on me. Yeah.
My faux pas.
Yeah.
If this is the price, this is the price. Just stay away from my girlfriend. And the dude, like, literally leaned back and then just kind of drops it, turns around, and then he goes and screams at the taxi driver. He's like, you can't let these people out here. Like, totally blames it. The guy's like, what are you talking about? And they're going back and forth now.
Interesting.
And he didn't even look back. He just screamed at that guy, got right in his face, like, inch. The window's open. He's like an inch away from his face, just screaming at this man. The man's not backing down. And we just kind of, while that's happening, walked into the bar.
Yeah, like, all right, take care. And you got a free taxi ride out of it because you didn't have to pay him because you ditched him on the fare. And that's Thomas. That's Thomas O'Brien telling you how to get out of a taxi fare and to steal from a taxi driver in Ireland.
I think blue collar workers are who we need to be stealing from.
They are the ones that are ruining the economy. Absolutely.
I'm like Robin Hood, except I take from the middle class and give to myself.
Yes, that was the exact story of Robin Hood, I believe.
No, we threw him a couple of euros. Overpaid, thinking maybe there's some damage to the car that needs to be addressed.
Yeah. And bringing that up, like that just kind of goes to show you how nice, in my experience, Irish people have been, because like, could you imagine that happening in the United States? No. Like, just be like, oh, hey guys, no, we're legally, but like, oh, stay open. Yeah, we'll stay up until 5 a.m. No, don't worry about it. Just keep the orders coming. We're here to serve you. I did look it up actually, that by law, it seems like this is just in general. I don't know how nationwide this is in Ireland, but do you know what time the average bar closes? The average pub closes in Ireland, at least according to the quick research that I did.
Man, I would guess like 11?
11:30 on weekdays and 12:30 on the weekends. See, I'm such a fan of that. Yeah. I've never been a real night owl. And I just, if I'm ever at a bar at 2 a.m., like, so in Philadelphia, bars close at 2. So what do they do? Yeah. Where do they close in L.A.?
2.
Okay. So.
I think.
Okay, yeah.
Unless they change it.
Well, you think, right? Because you don't know because you're not there at 2. Like, if I'm ever there at last call, I can't picture a time where I'm like, we have to go home now. It's like I've been wanting to leave for an hour and a half. But my buddies have held me hostage here. When those lights come on at 1:45, it is just the worst. And all I want, I'm like, I wanted to leave. I've already dozed off over my. That's another thing too about overstaying your welcome, where like not even if it's just getting late, not even that the bar is closing. It could be like just after midnight. You still have 2 hours, but you think that it's winding down, and it's like you're in your early 20s, your buddy is the one who drove, or like you took an Uber, but you're going together, so there's like 4 people together, 5, 6 guys, whatever, and then like you're done, you're clearly have like, no, I stopped drinking for the night, and then a few guys order another round, and you're just like, and they're the ones that are drunk and kind of amped up and talking the most, so therefore they're not putting it in their gullets, so you were just watching that slow decrease of beer in their pints. It is the longest. It's longer than any hourglass could ever be. Is that pint of beer that slowly diminishes and doesn't really. And you're like, this is going to be another 45 minutes here that I just want to go to sleep.
Yeah, I just go now.
Yeah,
I just go.
Yeah, if you could do that, like when I was in my 20s, sometimes you would be sort of beholden to them. But now I'd be like, no, hey, take care, enjoy the rest of that drink. Yeah,
it happened to me a couple of weeks ago. It was like I was tired. I went to a friend's birthday party We had a delicious dinner.
Uh-huh.
We moved to a bar afterwards, and we used to put them back together back in the day. But it was like literally, I didn't even get a drink at the bar. I like showed up. We hung out for a little bit. People were ordering their second, third, and I was just like, I'm gonna sneak out the back of this bar.
Yeah.
And it was the best move I ever made.
That's you literally, if you will, Irish goodbye. I mean,
Irish goodbye.
That is the best. That's the best feeling.
It's my favorite kind of goodbye. I've been doing that since high school.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I heard it was called the Irish goodbye, and I'm Thomas O'Brien.
Yeah, it works.
So I was just like, I think I'm allowed to do this.
Yeah, the Irish goodbye is
I haven't.
It's a great. You just feel so good about it, and because you're not bothering anybody. You're just getting out. Second favorite goodbye.
No.
Do you know what my second favorite goodbye is?
What?
Butterfly kisses.
Ooh.
Giving the host some butterfly kisses right on the cheek. That's second. That is second on my list.
Butterfly kisses. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah. By the way, so Jeff, and Jeff is the hero in the story. I have to say, because he's the one that I'm sure rallied up his cousins to be like, "Hey guys, we got to get out of here. We just thought it was still going. We're Americans. We're used to later, whatever." And I'm sure that the Lions clan did the right thing and got out of there. I will say, when the bar was kept open just because he was there, that same exact thing has happened to me a number of times at Golden Corral.
They just keep bringing out the macaroni and cheese platter.
And just the tots. They just keep bringing them out, and they're like, "Well, we're here till you are, Mr. Chantry." I'm like, "All right, sounds good. Let's get another round of roast beef."
Well, Jeff Lyons, the hero of this story, also the hero of this podcast. He called 310-845-6038, left us that amazing voice message. Thanks so much, Jeff. We're glad you're traveling. We're glad you're a student of the world, learning and being courteous out there. It goes a long way. And it's what we're all about, Chip.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
All right. It is time to move on to the good book.
I got it right here, baby. Look at this. Boom.
We're going on 2026, baby. You know what I think every time I open this bad boy up?
Coldplay, because it's yellow.
It was all yellow. And it's just a visual feast.
It is a visual
Chip.
feast. Yep.
Isn't it?
Yep.
Every page is just like a Ritalin-fueled visual journey.
Yes.
They're packing a lot of pictures and colors into each one of these pages.
They
man.
really are. It's like it's literary Where's Waldo is really what it is.
No, that's exactly what it is.
All right, Thomas, what is your world record for the week?
You know how everybody calls you shallow, Chip?
Yeah, of course.
Well, I found a pool that is the exact opposite of you.
Whoa.
This is the world record for the deepest swimming pool in the world.
All right. I'm into this. That's spooky. I like it.
How deep do you might think she be, Chip?
Okay, so I remember I had a friend who had a 10-foot deep pool when I was a kid. I just thought that was the deepest pool you could ever go to.
You get to the bottom of a 10-footer, and it's just, you feel the pressure on your head, Chip. You're getting like some diving sticks or some diving rings, and that is putting a real squeeze on you, even at 10 feet, right?
I'm going to tenfold it. Let's say 100 feet.
Chip, that is so deep, dude. Yeah. And it's just about half of the deepest pool.
Whoa.
We're going to Dubai, to Deep Dive Dubai, where they have a 14 million liter freshwater diving pool that goes down 196 feet and 10 inches, Chip.
Jeez.
Can you even imagine? That is 15-story building burrowed into the ground and then filled up with 14 million liters of water. It's enough water to fill 6 Olympic-sized swimming pools, and it's pretty much all straight down, dude. And the coolest part, Chip?
Yeah.
It's designed like a sunken city. It's like not just a pool. Like it's a diving, like a scuba diving pool.
Obviously, you have to put on the tank and the flippers and all that, right?
You put on the tank, you put on the flippers. They keep it at a balmy 86 degrees.
Love that.
But you're going in there, and you can go down to 196 feet, and the whole thing's themed. So, like, it's an underground, like, underwater sunken city. Mm-hmm. It's, like, really nice detail. I guess there's like an old bar where they have like video games that actually work in there and stuff.
Wait, a bar with video games?
Yeah, like you can't drink in there. It's supposed to be a sunken, abandoned city, but like you can go down there and apparently play Donkey Kong or whatever. Like
that's wild.
Yeah, you can play some video games. You can explore an abandoned apartment.
Yeah.
You can go sit in a submerged Mercedes because it's Dubai and they do it big.
Of course.
But yeah, man, it's a post-apocalyptic underwater experience that goes down 15 stories. And you have to be really careful, like, coming back up from that kind of pressure being that low.
You get the bends.
Like, the term I kept seeing was if you rise too fast, it does something with the oxygen in your blood, and your blood can literally boil.
Yes. You get
Which sounds bad.
You get bubbles in your blood, and it's called the bends. Radiohead has an album about it, the bends, and it's a difficult thing. You have to come up, readjust, and then go up a little further, readjust, and yeah, that is amazing and also horrifying. Like I can't imagine like, and I guess there's lights. I guess it's all lit up so you can see, but like. Because I guess it would get pretty dark down there after 100 feet.
There's definitely a little bit of lights here and there. It's like designed to be seen. But yeah, it looks really like striking, man. It looks really cool.
I got to check that out.
The deepest swimming pool in the world, according to the good book, Chip.
Well done, Thomas.
Thanks, man.
You really dove into that one.
We went deep.
You did.
Rolling in the deep. Adele. By the way, I was watching a video the other day about the top selling albums of all time. Mm-hmm. Like, I think Adele has 2 of the top 5 selling albums of all time.
I can see that.
Isn't that wild?
And she doesn't waste any time naming them. She just puts the age on that she is, basically. Like,
yeah, she puts the time into the music.
Yes.
And that's what you care about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Chip. Tell me what you got into in the good book. What is your world record this week, man?
Thomas, do you like traveling?
I love traveling. I do a podcast about it.
Do you like world-class accommodations?
Oh, I love world-class accommodations.
Do you like waking up in the middle of the night in a strange bed trapped under 30 feet of water with virtually no escape from this aquatic tomb?
No.
Okay. Well, you're going to hate Jules Undersea Lodge, the world's first underwater hotel.
Oh my gosh. Tell me about this, Chip.
Now, okay, I will say not quite as deep as your swimming pool in Dubai. Okay, so I have to say that. But this was built years before that, I'm sure. Okay. Mm-hmm. Jules Undersea Lodge was opened in 1986 in Key Largo, Florida. Okay. It's formerly a laboratory beneath 30 feet of water in a lagoon. So it was like a research laboratory.
There's a functional reason to build that building like that.
Yes, so it's not just like, let's make a hotel. There was a research lab under there, and they're like, let's turn it in to a hotel. So what you have to do is, to get to your hotel, is literally, again, don some scuba gear. Mm-hmm. Guests of this 2-bedroom former research laboratory dive 30 feet down to the bottom of the Emerald Lagoon, which sounds like something from The Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
And they enjoy a hotel room with all of the amenities, beds, televisions, and hopefully enough oxygen to last you through the night.
Oh my God, dude. That's wild. Would you do this, Chip?
Well, first of all, I will say, I'm going to have to admit something. I'm a little jealous of your deep swimming pool. I am technically, going back to Hypochondriac Corner, I'm not allowed to scuba dive. Forever, apparently. It's something I've never done, and I will probably never do, because I had that collapsed lung a couple years ago, that random weird thing. The one thing they kept saying is, you're not allowed to scuba dive. You're not allowed to scuba dive. I was like, all right, I won't scuba dive. So, yes, unfortunately, I can't do that. But others can. You swim down, and then they somehow bring your luggage down, too, in some sort of capsule or what have you.
Yeah, there's got to be a way.
And then it's a
Jetson style luggage mover.
And it's basically, I think, 2 rooms, and you can rent one of the rooms, and there's bunk beds, and there's whatever. You can have a couple people, and you're just underwater. You get to enjoy the sort of life aquatic Steve Zissou kind of situation. I will say that this was opened in 1986 in the Florida Keys. Wow. Like, that conversation that was happening. It's just like, man, we got to open a hotel under the water. Like, they were just like, let's do this. And Apparently it was a good idea. I will say, I think it's been a pretty successful venture. Guests have included former Canadian Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau.
They got Pierre?
They got Pierre. Not only did they get Pierre, they got Aerosmith's own Steven Tyler.
Holy cow.
Yeah. The Steven Tyler was there. I mean, can you imagine being like, okay, it's like 1992, and you are staying in the underwater hotel, and you wake up in the middle of the night underwater to the sound of Steven Tyler making sweet love to 3 women on the other side of the hatch. That has to be surreal.
Yeah, dude, that guy lived on the edge.
Living on the edge. Okay, by the way, I was trying to think of a living on the edge pun for this entire one. I was like, living in the lake, and it just didn't come to me. But I'm so glad that you got to bring it up, and because he does live on the edge, the edge of the ocean. Really.
Yeah, you just got to get a grip.
Thomas, now we're pumping it up, if you know what I mean.
Liv Tyler.
No more.
We're just talking turkey here.
No more toys in the attic.
Dude, so that sounds cool. I'm a little worried about the age of the hotel at this point.
Yes.
1986. That means this old bag of
40 years.
Balloons has been there for 40 years.
40 years
and
plus it was a research laboratory for years before that. So I don't even know when that happened.
Yeah, it's like what's the upkeep in the floor? What's to code for an underwater hotel? I bet there isn't.
I've seen a couple hotels who get a little moldy. Can you measure the mold situation in that hotel?
Where does the moist air go? Can you take a little shower down there?
I believe they do. I believe there's a shower.
Steven Tyler and those 3 ladies just taking a 4-hour shower, steaming up the whole dome.
On the other side, if you will.
Yeah, on the other side.
Imagine a young Thomas, right? He's in his 20s. He's having fun in Key Largo.
Ooh, he's doing well.
He's at a bar, probably a tiki bar, as we all know. Mm-hmm. He's single. He's having fun. He meets a gal at the bar on vacation. One thing he needs to know, that things are going great, and be like, hey, you want to go back to my place?
Yeah.
And then the next question has to be, you are scuba certified, right? It's a fun experience. It's not the easiest, most convenient hotel to stay in. I will say that.
No.
It's not in walking distance to anything.
Buddy, great episode, man.
We nailed it. I feel warmer already.
Stay warm in your heart. Stay warm in your mind. And most of all, everybody, stay burnt.
Hi, this is Mr. Chantry in room 308. I'll be having some guests over soon. If you could just direct them up to my room.
We saw the flyers you posted. Do you have a petting zoo up in your room?
No, I brought all these animals up here not to get pet.
Could you please just put down some tarps?
Absolutely.
My world crumbles when you are not there.